I'm talking about going beyond just doing less harm, beyond being just less bad, into what does it mean to really create health and vitality in communities, the communities people live and do business in. What does it mean to create the health of an ecosystem rather than just have us, by the way we buy or the way we run our business, do less harm? So it is beyond green, but it's also beyond the less harm into how do things really work? There are all shapes and sizes, large, small, old, and new. A couple of quick examples. DuPont Corporation has changed radically in the last decade. Led by Chad Holliday, even when he was young and in small businesses, he was leading the questions about what is it we're trying to do with agriculture? What are we trying to do with fisheries? What are we trying to do with mining? And how is it we can ask the question about the effects we're having and whether we're producing them with how we do business? Google has been an amazing story. Google has created changes in how we work with regulators by asking different questions, whereby they kept 1/3 of the airwaves free instead of having it all under the control of the corporate culture that we're used to having make all the decisions about the sale of licenses. They also ensured that the Treasury got a fair return on it because they entered the bidding even though they weren't going to be using the airwaves in order to raise the level. Now, the reason that both of these are really good examples is they are corporate responsibility as how you do business. So you're giving as you do business, not giving back, which, I mean, I'm not opposed to that, but giving back after you've done whatever you do in business is not as complete an idea as giving as you do business. It's free. That's about as low a cost as you can get, because what you're doing is changing the conversations that you have. You're changing how you work on what you're already doing. So let me give you an example of why it's absolutely free, but why it can make so much difference. As a leadership team, you start with what is it we're really trying to impact, because more and more companies are trying to make a difference with what they do with their money and their time. Ask, what are you trying to impact? What are the imperatives? Then ask, how would we change how we currently work on things? And this is the place to involve everyone in your business in the process of doing that, because that's where the creative energy is, and that's where people want to contribute. And then the third thing you'd ask is, how are we going to measure whether or not we're making that difference? And involving everyone in doing that is likely to bring a much more powerful process. You can never be accused of greenwashing because it's a deep commitment to it. Now, if all that sounds just a little bit complicated, on my website I've put together a variety of things that you can download for free to continue to point out that it's free so that you can be able to figure out a plan for you to be able to become a responsible business.